Hi everyone, welcome to our very last video in this Rita Berman series. Onto the beach ball, which I think is really fun. I had decided on some colours for this, so I'm just having a look and making sure that I'm going to get it correct. So the background is going to be purple and the loops are going to be blue. I think I'm going to do the background first, just because that will help me work out quite where to go with the rest of the colours. I'm going to start with the mulberry, which is the darkest purple. Whoops, there we go. Now it's unusual for me to start with the background, I have to admit, but I was thinking of doing the beach ball in reds and yellows and blues, but I don't think it's going to work with this purple background, which I've chosen because we haven't used purple before as a background, so that's why I'm popping it in first. Obviously they're red and blue in purple, so in theory it should work, but I'm just not sure whether it'll all be a bit too dark, whether I should do something else. I was thinking maybe, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking will maybe yellow and orange, and then with a blue and red flower. Maybe that'll work. Might look nice. As I still want it to be quite bright, because, you know, beach balls are always bright, aren't they? I don't think I've had many. We used to take our football from home to the beach. The beach balls were always a bit too light, so it's really windy. They would just blow down the beach and you would lose them. So we tend to take a football which was a bit heavier rather than getting a beach ball. They're quite good for throwing and catching. Okay, I'm going to move on to the Purple Lake Deep. This will probably be the last, the only other purple I use. The sun's coming out. I hope it's not going to come right across the book. It's okay at the minute. We'll see how it behaves. I may have to shut the blind. We'll see. It's such a pretty colour, but it doesn't look much lighter than the mulberry. I think I'm going to have to layer the mulberry up a little bit more, or else it won't look like we've got a graduation of colour. So I'm going back to the mulberry. Has anyone ever eaten a mulberry? I think I have. I think I've had dried mulberries. They're really sweet and delicious. I don't know if I've had fresh ones, and they seem to be the ones I've had, I think they're like white, whereas this mulberry colour is deep purple, like a blackberry. So I don't know, maybe when they're dried they change a bit. You wouldn't think they would lose all their colour though, you would think it might become more intense. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I don't know. I don't even know where they grow, what country. Okay, let's move on now. Orange and yellow. I think I want a really bright colours. So I might go for the cadmium orange first, and we use it for the non-stripy bit. I'm going to try and go a little bit darker on the edge though, because it will help to emphasize the sphericalness, the roundness, the fact that the beach ball is spherical. Oh dear, words are not my friend today. I'm sorry. Now I've got the giggles. So a little bit lighter here and a bit darker here. I'm not going to use different colours, I'm just using different intensity of the same colour, like that. Same here. It's slightly tricky because that flower isn't in the centre, but doing my best. Oh, the sun's back. It's just, I think it's okay. We'll see. it's usually a bit later in the day when it comes around onto the book. I think we're gonna go, now that's a bit, the golden yellow deep. I'm sort of almost ignoring the stripes because I couldn't think of another colour. That's my honest reasoning. So yeah, but they all seem to be bright primary colours, don't they? So I'm fading it a bit towards the middle, just a little bit. So that's what I'm thinking. Now I need a blue, which I'm also going to use for the outside. Now I thought that maybe I wouldn't use a really dark blue because we've got a really dark purple going on. This one's still fairly dark. I think I'm going to go for the cadmium blue light, and we'll use it for the petals. I'm not going to shade them. You know, I was tempted to make them darker near the middle, but it's printed on a ball. It's not a real flower. So I don't think it would be that different. That, you know, I don't think there's that much need for shading. We'll come back to that to do the loops in a minute. I'll just do the centre. I'm just trying to decide, will red work? We can do it red. Do I want a lighter colour or a darker colour? It needs to stand out, so I think a dark, I know. We use the cadmium red. It's quite a pinky red. I think it would just work with the purple really well. Oh, that's very bright. Okay, and now we'll do the blue loops in the cerulean blue light. And then I'll have to see what it looks like and whether I made a big mistake. I hope it's okay. It's been a real fun page to do. I'm going to be doing some more while I'm not recording. This is my last video I'm going to record before we have the workmen in. By the time this goes out, they'd have been in quite a while. I'll be able to record at weekends, but we may be out and about because we can't cook very well here. We might be out and about getting food and things, so we'll have to see. But I'm expecting a phone call from them today to just confirm a few details. But I expect he tends to do all his site visits in the morning, the manager, so I expect he'll phone me a little bit later on, which will be good because I would have finished doing my videos and I'll be editing, so I'll be up for a phone call then. Oh, the sun is in my eyes. It'll be very odd going a few days without recording, but it's just the way it will be. It's very wonky, aren't they? There we go. So I'm going to use my Posca now to go around the edge. And then think about if I need any more. I don't know if I do really. Might put a little bit on the flower. I think this, interestingly, this circle's got some lines around it, but I'm ignoring those. That one does as well, but none of the others do. I think I will do some dots around here. That sort of match the dots that I've done. Make that look a little bit more floral. There we go. There we are. I think I'm going to leave that there though. I'm happy with how that looks. So there is our beach ball. Now let's zoom out so you can see the whole page all finished. If you've been following along, it's being a bit slow, you'll be able to see your own page all finished. I don't know if that's all going to fit. No, let's come out just a tad more. There we go. So there it is, all finished with the sun across this end. That doesn't really help. Never mind. But let's move it there. There it is. without the sun on it. So thank you for joining me for this series. I hope you've enjoyed it, even if you haven't coloured along. I hope you've had fun, and hopefully you're enjoying your Rita book or other books that you may be colouring at the same time. But thank you for watching. I hope I'll be recording something pretty soon. As I say, weekends, evenings, I've got a little bit of time, so I will make sure that there's still something going on for you. But you know, there'll be shorts in the afternoons again. Yeah, and just odd bits in the morning, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.